Hello everyone, welcome to Almighty Tricks. So in the LeetCode, one question is given, that is number of closed island. So in the question, it will given one 2D matrix and it contains 0 and 1. So here 0 represents land and 1 represent water. Okay, and also we can move in 4 direction. So the direction will be left, top, right, and bottom. Okay, and we need to find number of closed island. What is closed island? The island which is surrounded by water will be the closed island. Okay, so, let's understand what this question is asking, and we'll see the approach. So in the question, one 2D matrix will given, and here it is representing, 1 is representing water and 0 is representing is land. 0 is the land, and we can move in 4 direction. Okay, we can move in 4 direction. One is like, let's say this is I and j, and we can move top, so it will be I plus 1 j, so it will nothing but 1 0. Why 1 0? So I plus 1, then j, it means j plus 0, so 1 and 0. Okay, so similarly we can go left, we can go right, we can come to button also. We can move in these 4 directions. So the directions are will be like this. So x direction will be like this: 1, -1, 0, 0. Y direction will be 0, 0, 1, and -1. Okay. Okay, now now let's understand the one example how we can solve this one. So basically it will give an 2D matrix with n cross m matrix, n cross m matrix. Okay, so here 1 is representing water, 0 is representing land. Okay, if you observe here, so this part, okay, this part, whatever the green part is there, so this is representing the land. Okay, so these parts are representing land. Got it? So this is one land, because if you see this is one means what? It is a land, right? So we cannot consider this one. So it is a land. So this part is land. Let me mark it in different color. So this part. So it is surrounded by water, right? So it is a land. Okay, so the count is 1 now. Let's take this one. So these are also land, right? But observe one thing here, we cannot consider as a land because these are connecting with the boundary. Okay, connecting with the boundary. So we cannot consider this thing. Okay, so this one is not a closed island. So we cannot consider. Let's check this one. This part. Okay, let me I think this is incorrect input. Let me correct one. So it will be water here. Okay, so now if you see here, so this is a land, right? So this is a land, right? So it is surrounded with the water. Okay, so this is also considered one surrounded island. So it will become 2. So output should be 2. Okay, now let's understand how we can solve this question. So as we know, the boundary elements we cannot consider because it is connected to this boundary. Okay, so these elements we cannot consider. Okay, so what we'll do, as we know, for it is a graph problem. Okay, so in the graph problem, basically we can solve it using DFS or using BFS we can use. But here in this question, I am using DFS. You can use BFS also, but here I am using in DFS. Using DFS, I will solve this one. Okay, so also we are also maintaining visited array, right? Visited array. So here I'll not maintain any visited array, but I'll do, I'll update whenever I'm visiting one element, one cell. Okay, in that cell I'll mark it as -1. It means what? I'll get to know, yes, it is already visited, so I mark it as -1. Okay, so here I'll not use visited array. You can use the visited array, boolean visited array, but here I'm using same grid where I can mark it as -1 if that cell is visited. Okay, so let's understand now. So first of all, what I'll do, I'll go the boundary rows and columns, and I'll make all these elements as -1. What I mean, I'll go each and every boundary rows and boundary columns. Okay, this thing I'll make it as -1 because we are not considering the boundaries elements, right? So better we should not go into those cells, and directly we can make it as -1. Okay, understood. Now what I'll do, I'll go now each and every row. Let's say this is the row. Okay, it will start from 1 because 0 0 1 2 like this we can mark, like, so this part is already visited, so we'll make it is -1. Now we'll start from here. From here we'll start till this. Okay, so I'll check each and every row. So I'll go each row. If it is 0, if it is 0, if this cell is 0, if cell is 0, then what I'll do, I'll call DFS method. Okay, I'll call DFS method. So in this DFS method, what it will do, it will go. So from this cell, it will check whether I can go in 4 direction or not. 4 direction means what? I need to go this direction: top, left, left, right, and bottom. Okay, I'll check these 4 directions. So I'll ask in from this cell whether I can go to top or not. No, I cannot go because it is water. I can go to left. No, I cannot go because it is water. I'll go. I go to bottom? Yes, I can go because it is land. Okay, from here again I'll check. I go to left? No, I cannot go to left because it is water. Can I go to top? No, I cannot go because it is already visited. So I'll mark it as -1. So this one I'll mark it as -1. Okay. Now I'll check whether I can go to bottom or not. Yes, I can go to bottom. So I'll come here again. So again I'll ask from here, can I go to top? No, I cannot go because it is already visited, and it is marked as -1. Can I go to bottom? No, I cannot go. It is water. Can I go to left? No, I cannot go. Can I go to right? Yes, I can go to right. So it is water. Here also I'll ask. Similarly, I'll go each and every element. Okay. If if everything is covered, then I'll have one variable, answer variable, where I'll increment with 1. Answer equals to answer plus 1. Okay, so this part is done. Then I'll come to here. Let me change the input here as well. Then each and every row it will go, and here from this row all things are visited, right? -1, everything is visited. So here I'll come, I'll check whether this element is 0 or not. If yes, it is 0, it means what? I can call the DFS. So after DFS call, I'll check whether I can go to top or bottom or left or right. If it is possible, then I'll go to those cell. Otherwise I'll directly just increment answer plus plus. Okay, so hope you understood this approach. So the time complexity will be, here we are going row by row, right? We are going row by row. So row by row and column by column. So it will be like order of m into n. So m is the column, n is the row. Okay, so let's check the code. Okay, so in the code, basically I have created two variable, and n and m. So n is basically length of row, m is basically length of column. So this one is the this part is basically making all the make top and bottom row visited, means -1. Okay, so similarly here also I can go to column wise direction, and I'll make left column make left and rightmost column -1. So we will not consider the boundary part, right? Now here I can have one variable, answer variable, and I'll go from 1 because already zeroth row and zeroth column already mark it as -1, right? So we no need to check from there. So we'll check from 1 to n, then 1 to m. Here I'll check if grid is 0 or not. If grid is 0, it means what? I can consider that as a what, surrounded island, right? And I'll call the DFS. Okay, so I'll call the DFS, and here I am checking whether that row and column, whether this row and column is satisfying this condition or not. This condition is basically checking the boundaries, like whether this row is less than -1, less than 0 or not, column is less than 0 or not, or it is exceeding number of total column or number of total rows or not. Okay, and here I am checking if it is not 0, then it means what, we no need to consider this, right? We can just return this one. We no need to consider, we no need to execute all these things. Okay, if it is within the boundary, and if it is a 0, then it means what, I have visited the cell and I made it as -1. Okay, and this one is basically four direction, 1 0 -1 0 0 1 0 -1, right? And I am looping with 0 to 4. Why 4? Because we need to loop through this array. Okay, 4 direction. Okay, so here we can have the new coordinate dx and dy. How I am getting this row and column, right? So I can get the dx with row plus dx of I, means row then x of I, then column, then y of I. Okay, then I'll get the a new direction. Okay, then based on that, I am again recursively calling this dfs. Okay, then finally, if it is satisfied, then finally I'm incrementing the answer, and I'm returning this answer. Okay, so this approach is taking uh, order of m cross n time, or row into column time. Okay, so hope you understood this approach. Thank you for watching this video.